In this video, Teacher T finds himself test riding a very special, highly modified Royal Enfield Interceptor 650 motorbike, one of the first Interceptors to ever have a belt drive fitted in Thailand over 1 year and 10,000 kilometers ago. So here is my review of the belt drive kit and an interview with its clever designer. One of the first things you will notice when you first ride a belt drive is the actual smoothness of the transfer of power, both rolling on and off the throttle. There is absolutely no chain snatch at all, and it actually feels like you're riding an electric vehicle, an EV. Totally smooth, totally vibration free. So now I'd like to introduce you to Robert, a seasoned entrepreneur who spent over 27 years at the helm of his own geotech engineering company. Though he's now retired and enjoying the tranquil lifestyle in Thailand, his passion for engineering continues to burn brightly. Robert's mind is constantly buzzing with ideas, particularly when it comes to designing and modifying vehicles. Whether it's crafting hot rods or tweaking motorcycles, Robert is a true perfectionist engineer at heart. Retirement hasn't slowed him down one bit. If anything, it's given him the freedom to indulge his creativity and pursue his automotive passions with even greater enthusiasm. And this is Robert's Interceptor, a beautiful bike, highly modified, and in the future I will make a video of his detailed modifications. So without further ado, here is Robert and our discussion about his belt drive.
My name is Robert Strachan. I lived here for 20 years. I grew up hot rodding cars and bikes, and now I'm retired and I still do it.
Still hot rod things, customized things.
As much as I can. The next bit of hot rodding on this is an S&S 865 kit.
Wow.
With big head, yeah.
Wow.
Big valve head, cam, board. Yeah, it should be good.
There's something very special going on here, which is 100% down to you, I believe.
Yeah, it's a big modification on the back. I decided out of the blue one day I wanted a belt drive. Yep. I've had lots of belt drives on, mostly Harley Davidsons, really heavy 141 Newton meter torque bikes, like big heavy bikes. And I got to like the belt drive, the no oiling, the no adjustment, the no fuss, the smoothness, and the coolness of it. I just liked it. Mm-hmm. So I took it upon myself to engineer and build that. That's the first one.
Yep. Which, how long ago did you do that?
About 10,000 kilometers ago.
Okay.
Trouble-free, it's a belt drive, The belt is made by Gates. It's the same one, Harley Davidson, Indian, all the big boys use that belt.
That manufacturer of belt, yeah.
Yeah, it's called a polychain carbon GT belt. Mm-hmm. It's only 20 millimeters wide. It's really nice. It's smooth, like there's no chain snatch. Mm-hmm. It's when you enter a corner from a sport bike rider's point of view, if you're coming into the corner, you don't feel the chassis moving. Yeah. When you come back on it,
I experienced that this morning.
It's nice. It's difficult to explain. It's nice.
Yeah.
This one is a higher ratio. The stock Interceptor has a 2.5 to 1 ratio. This in the Interceptor world is called a 16-tooth mod. Mm-hmm. So by putting a 16-tooth on the front, you end up with this higher 2.375 to 1 ratio. My mates all ride at around 120. I really don't care to flog the engine that much. Mm-hmm. And it's that ratio puts the engine still in the meat of the torque band, so you still can pass at 120. And it's just, I prefer it.
Yes.
It's not for everybody. It's horses for courses.
Horses for courses, yeah.
But probably...
Well, I'm convinced,
Yeah.
It never even entered my head before a belt drive. I just thought all bikes were chain drive, I never even knew bikes had belt drives, to be honest. That's how naive I was, because coming from UK, we weren't big Harley people. Every bike I ever owned had a chain. And I was introduced to it from John from Australia. And from then on, I'm definitely convinced the drive is much smoother and no noise, like you say, and just the benefit of never having to oil a chain again. That's the selling point for me, to be honest.
Well, I'm lazy. I'd rather ride my bike than wrench my bike.
Yes.
And if you figure it out over the, which is really more work. Let's say that lasts at least 5 times the chain. Mm-hmm. So to re the chain 5 times, and you do that once, you never oil it, you never fool with it. I like it.
And you've just come back from a long trip now.
Yeah.
With this.
Yep. I just came back the other day. My mate and I, we did 1,850 kilometers. Rode up to Nong Khai, it's called. It's right on the Lao border. Rode around up there along the Mekong. Came back. Yeah, I never even looked at it.
Never looked at it. Yeah.
Well, I did look at it.
I did show people off. Yeah. Look at it's a wonderful piece of engineering, and obviously that led you to make it, or not make it, design it for my bike, right?
Yep, I'm making you one.
Yeah, yeah. So ticked off now are the Continental, the Interceptor, and now I forgot its name. The Super Meteor, and obviously hopefully that's going to fit the shotgun as well, right?
Yeah, I don't know about the shotgun yet. It has a different wheelbase. Now the steering head angle is different. The tire sizes are different, so that affects wheelbase. Mm-hmm. Is the swing arm different? And the relative position between the output shaft and the wheel? That I don't know. I need to see one. I suspect it is.
You think so? I would have thought not, knowing Royal Enfield, to be honest.
Yeah?
I would think it's the same.
Oh, that's what, yeah, I would think it's the same too.
Yeah.
They're just trying to use the same basic, repackaging the same basic thing.
Repackaging the same machinery, yeah.
Right? Different steering head angles, different wheels, move the foot pegs.
Like that.
And really.
So that's
actually, I'd probably prefer it to that.
Yeah. So this is one thing I struggled with your bike today. I loved your bike.
Yeah.
But this is why I never bought an Interceptor 3 years ago, because the foot pegs are right in my shins when I put my feet down. Totally wrong position for me.
Yeah.
I know they can be moved. I know there's a kit that you can move them. But this is why I had to wait until the Super Meteor came out to get my 650.
I've a little bit more difficult for you as well, because I have those, the shocks are adjustable in length.
Yes.
And I have them 5 millimeters higher than stock.
Okay.
Which changes my steering head angle a bit. It helps it turn in a bit, but
which is why I was struggling for foot height.
For you, it makes it higher.
Yeah.
And I'm not a giant, but I'm used to it.
Royal Enfield, they have a phrase, make it yours. And you've definitely made it yours. I've never been into it before, because when I had my Royal Enfield Meteor 350, I didn't want to change anything. It was just perfect. But now I've got this beast. There's definitely things I need to change. I definitely need to make it mine. I'm looking forward to the belt drive and YSS shocks possibly next for me. So thank you very much, Robert. Nice to see you.
No worries.
Thank you for your time.
Glad you came by.
All right, thank you.
I look forward to getting that belt drive on there for you.
Okay.
I have put a link in the description of this video of where you can get this belt drive kit. The price is $595 US. The front pulley is made from high tensile steel. It has been heat treated to reduce spline and tooth wear, and then it's been black zinc plated for corrosion protection. The rear pulley is made from aircraft grade aluminium, and it is type 3 hard anodized to prevent wear, and it gives corrosion protection. After the belt drive has been correctly installed, belt adjustment is unlikely over the lifespan of the rear tire. So normally it's just inspection only every 2,000 kilometers, say, and if wear is found, then you know you need to make slight adjustments. tension of the belt itself is important. RS Tech do sell and supply a tool if required, and this aids measuring the correct tension of the belt. It all depends on your level of mechanical skills, if you can fit this belt kit yourself or not. It does involve removing the back wheel and removing the rear swing arm. So that is another cost factor to consider when purchasing the kit. So it's a big thumbs up from Teacher T for this belt drive kit. Obviously I can't review the kit on my Super Meteor 650 yet because it hasn't been on long enough. But this belt has been tried and tested on the Interceptor. If you do have a shotgun and you live in the Chiang Rai area or the Chiang Mai area, please give me a shout, because I'm sure Robert would love to quickly look at your bike. And the next video to look forward to is another interview with Robert detailing his modifications on his Interceptor, including LED headlights, Brembo brakes, tubeless tyres on his spoked wheels, and changing wheel sizes. So it would be very much appreciated if you would like and subscribe to this video, and then you will get an alert when this video is released. Until next week, safe riding.